Do not mod your Toyota Tacoma if you want to haul. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. And that's right, if you want to haul, don't modify your Toyota Tacoma. What I'm talking about is all of the added stuff, the mods and accessories and things that reduce the hauling capacity, the payload capacity of your Toyota Tacoma. So we're going to take a look. I'm going to run through all of the major things that I've added. We're going to see how much I have reduced the payload capacity of my Toyota Tacoma. First of all, the stock payload capacity is 1,135 pounds for my truck. That's the manual. If you have an automatic, it's 1,155 pounds. You gain 20 pounds. So what have I added? Well, I've got myself a little list here. We're gonna kind of walk around the truck and I'll give you the weights and stuff, and then we'll have a final tally at the end and what it really means. Well, first of all, we're gonna start off in the back. Of course, I added a roll bar, a sport bar. Nice, big, meaty thing, but it does come with some weight, right? This thing weighs 115 pounds. You know, the size of a very small person. Next up, the bed mat. Now, not a major thing, but it does, of course, add weight to it. And it is 29 pounds for this beast. And that's good because you need the weight to hold the thing down in the truck. All right, let's move on. We have side steps. The Predator side steps over here. They come to 23 pounds. Not too bad, but everything adds up. How about the tires? Now, you can't count the wheels and tires because it's not weight that hangs from the truck in essence. So you really can't count those. But what you do have to count is right down here underneath the truck, hanging right there. And that, of course, is a bigger tire if you did indeed replace the spare so that you would have tires that match and that are the same size if you need the spare, right? That tire added an extra 22 pounds. In other words, it weighs 22 pounds more than the stock or OEM spare that was under there before. Now, let's move around to the back. Again, just looking at anything that adds a bit of weight, nothing too trivial. You have to put the bed up there, or the gate rather, and we have the beaver tail step. Now, this thing is pretty beefy, which is good. It needs to be, right? That thing adds 10 pounds of weight to my truck. Now, one last thing, or two rather, that we're going to take a look at. Recently, I added the roof rack. You can see right up there. The roof rack adds 17 pounds more to the truck. Now, there's one thing left, and I almost forgot about this one, and that is the TRD skid plate right under here in the front. You guys can see right there. That thing has added 30 pounds of weight to the truck. So that's pretty much all of the bigger items. You know, I'm not gonna look at things like glove box separators and glove compartment trays and tough skins decals, none of that kind of stuff. That's all of the major stuff, the weightier stuff that I've added to the truck. So what does it mean? Well, the total extra weight that I've added to the truck is 246 pounds. So the new payload, reducing the original payload by that 246 pounds, is 889 pounds. But there's one more thing you need to consider, because if you're out hauling stuff around, you're probably going to be driving the truck, right? So you got to include yourself in this little calculation. And I'm only looking at it as if you were alone. Obviously, if you add more people, you're adding more weight. So, taking myself, for example, and I weigh about a scrapping 195 pounds. Yeah, I need to lose a little weight. That reduces the payload capacity to just 694 pounds. So what does that mean in the real world? Well, I used mulch as an example because I used to haul mulch. Every year I would run to the Lowe's and pick up bags of that nasty, stinky, wet mulch, right? And that's the key. It's always wet and it weighs even more. So I would buy somewhere around 40 bags at a time. But if you were to just divide the number of pounds that are left, so that's 694 pounds, that's what I'm left with after the weight of my mods and me, that equates to 17 40-pound bags. Now, when I went, I wouldn't buy just 17 bags. I needed more than that. Typically, I would get somewhere around the 40 mark. Now, 40 bags of mulch at 40 pounds a bag is 1,600 pounds. I would be over my 906 pounds. I never really paid any attention to that kind of thing before, but think about it. If you've got somewhere equivalent to the weight that I've added, or maybe even you've got your buddy with you and that 246 pounds of mods is 246 pounds of people, then you're still at the same weight, right? So you have 906 pounds over if you're hauling just 40 pounds, or 40 bags rather, of mulch. Doesn't seem like much, I realize, and I wonder how many people out there don't take any of this into account. I never did. And go ahead and overload the truck. And further, I wonder how many have had troubles like maybe a busted spring or a pop shock or something crazy, and then went to the dealership and was denied because they probably asked, what are you hauling in that bed? 40 pounds, 40 bags of mulch. Really? That exceeds the weight limit of the truck without any mods. So be careful when you go to the dealership how free you are with the information you provide. I'm just saying. Anyway, I would say if you're looking to haul a lot with your truck, with your Toyota Tacoma, and you do it consistently, don't mod your Toyota Tacoma if you're looking to haul, because you're going to substantially reduce its capability when it comes to payload. Leave a comment. Let me know. You ever think about this? Have you ever had any troubles? I'd be curious. Also, real quick, if you're interested, I do have 2 additional channels. RobMotive FST, all about my 2021 Toyota Tundra, and RobMotive JT, all about my 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.